Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. So as you guys are already aware, the UK has utterly fallen. I cannot believe some of the things that I have been seeing and hearing over in the UK. It seems to be a major utopia at the moment for the immigrant or the Muslim immigrant at that. Muslims can do whatever the hell they want, and they've even got bloody Keir Starmer saying happy Ramadan and actually supporting lots of people in the Muslim community, but you won't see him supporting Christians. No, in fact, Christians are going to be marginalized and persecuted over in the UK. There's an old man, I made a video about it yesterday, who asked a police officer to speak up and he was arrested for doing so. That's apparently illegal now. And then you had another man that was chanting down the streets, "Come on, England, come on, England," while the pro-Palestinian people were marching on. They're allowed to do whatever the hell they want to do, but a regular Englishman can't actually walk down the protest parade saying, "Come on, England," being a patriot. He gets arrested and thrown in the back of a paddy wagon. Unreal. And then you've got this. So this is in Scotland at the moment. Scottish police filmed applying a buffer zone law to a silent vigil, despite recent denials from the Scottish government that's not happening. Yes, because it's one thing that we can trust. It's the Scottish government or even the UK government to tell the truth. Have a watch of this.
Examples of what would be classed as breaching the Act. You know, approaching someone, trying to persuade them not to access abortion services, surrounding people as they go in or out of the clinic or the hospital, handing out leaflets, religious preaching, silent vigils. So standing here saying nothing, you know, it's a silent vigil, so it can...
Well, I'm just pointing out that coercion is against the law, and that if anyone wants to come and speak to me, they can. So I'm not doing anything else. Yeah,
well, you seem to believe you're not doing anything wrong, but there's obviously a reason why you're here and why you're in this area. You in particular, I'm aware that you have been protesting here against abortion before, so I don't understand why you're here in this area again if you're not protesting the same thing.
I'm here to say that if anyone wants to come and speak with me at their own volition, they can.
Yeah.
I would advise you to move away from this area just now. Being as close to the hospital, I advise you to move away.
Am I committing an offence if I don't move away from the area?
Yes, I believe you're committing. This is a silent vigil, so I believe you would be. Yes.
So, well, I'm here to speak to anyone if they want to speak with me. That's what I'm doing, standing here saying that coercion is a crime, and if anyone wants to come and speak with me, they can. So, is that an offence?
Well, we've asked you to move.
So you can't stand outside an abortion clinic holding up a sign at all because that's considered a silent vigil, and silent vigils are deemed illegal or unacceptable in Scotland at the moment. Not just in Scotland, but over Europe. How about that, right? You can't stand there holding up a sign, or even if you don't even have a sign, you can't just stand there because they consider that to be conversion. Here in Australia, we have, in New South Wales, the new conversion therapy where you're not allowed to pray for anyone that claims to be LGBT, whatever, because they consider that to be conversion therapy if you pray for them. Silent prayers, silent vigils, praying in general, opening up your mouth. If you are a Christian, it is clear as day. The government in Western countries are going so far away from it. In fact, they make it illegal. Are we awake yet? Can we see what's happening? I certainly can. You can't do jack. And if you do, you're apparently breaching some fandangle law that they've created. How ridiculous is that? Have a watch of this pastor that gets his microphone taken away, and I don't know what actually happened to him after the microphone was taken away, but he was a street preacher, and a police officer stopped him. But have a watch, and then we'll make comments after.
Continue, and I just need to finish the message and let people hear about the last part, about repentance from sin, and then I can...
Let's just have a quick conversation before you carry on.
Right, okay.
That's what we've been hearing.
So we must, what have you been hearing? I have not made any homophobic comments or slurs at all. I've been preaching about repentance from sin.
I've been preaching about repentance from sin on camera. I've been preaching the gospel of God through the Bible, and I've not even mentioned homophobic or anything like that at all. We don't need a lesson for preaching over here. They said that we're allowed to be here. We're allowed to have this by law, so right to freedom of speech to proclaim the gospel. We're allowed. We haven't said anything homophobic.
Right. So Christian preachers doing street preaching are not allowed to spread the gospel because apparently the gospel is homophobic or transphobic or whatever phobia they deem at the time. Meanwhile, Muslims are allowed to pray wherever the hell they want to pray. They can have mass prayer ceremonies or whatever the hell they want to call them. They can give away Qurans if they want and spread Islam to anyone. But Christians can't even stand on the street and preach the gospel. They can't even do or fulfill the Great Commission because the police deem that to be illegal. Oh, it's homophobic to spread the gospel, is it? Are you kidding me? Again, it's becoming a utopia for one side and one side only. Can you tell which side? Anyway, that's enough from me, but you guys take care, be blessed, and I'll see you all in the next video.